Ready?
Yep.
Give us a clap. Give us another clap. Hey guys, welcome back to Myers Guys Garage. I got a new little project here and I just kind of wanted everybody's opinion on it, what you guys think of it, what you think I should do with it. I found this car on the old Book of Faces on Marketplace, and when I went to look at it, I really didn't intend on buying it, but I wanted to see it, and this thing is, it was just, I couldn't pass it up. So it's a 78 Camaro. This is a base model, bottom of the line. It's got a straight six in it, you know, automatic. There's nothing special about this car. But being a Midwest car, it's kind of rare because it is in really good shape. It's got a few dents in it. There's a little bit of rust here and there, but the body is in really nice shape. Doesn't have any hail damage or anything all over it. It's complete, you know, it's not missing anything. I think there was some trim on it at one time, but I don't know if this was if it was factory trim or what, but the trim is gone off of the sides and the doors, which is no big deal because trim looks silly on these things anyways, in my opinion. So yeah, this is not a Z28 car. One of the reasons why I bought it was not only because it's in good shape and it's complete, and it's not a Z28, so it doesn't have that front spoiler thing that comes down in front of the front wheel and behind the back wheel and just all that excessive stuff hanging on the bottom of the car. I just think it looks weird. I think the car without it looks better than a car with it. You know what I mean? Like a Z28 with, you know, like the louvers and the fenders without all that stuff, I think looks the best. I kind of wish this car wasn't black because black is going to be really, really tough to bodywork. But it's going to look sick when it's finished up and has a nice coat of paint on it. So let me bring you in here and we'll check it out a little bit more. Okay, well, I just realized that I lied to you. It is missing one thing. That lower grille is gone. But that's really it. Unless you count the trim on the doors like I was talking about, that's like the only thing that's gone. This front plastic nose definitely has some cracks and stuff in it, but that's easy to repair. It has the buckets, everything's in really good shape there. It has these stupid Blazer wheels on it, so that's got to be the first thing to go. Got to get a set of wheels and tires on this thing so it actually looks cool. But check out the interior. That door panel is trashed, so there's a few things in the interior that probably need to be replaced. Like that door panel is no good. The other one is in better shape, but probably could still be replaced. It's getting pretty wrinkled up in the corner there. Seats aren't too bad. That one's got a nice big old stain in it from who knows what. And a tear in the side. This guy, I think just about every old Camaro that I've ever seen has this problem. The auto eject center console, but at least it's there. It's still there, so that's good. This thing, surprisingly enough, has the little speed factory ratchet shifter thing. So if you've never seen that, this one doesn't work because it's like way out of adjustment. I can't get it to go into gear on any of the ratchets, so it'll like ratchet, but then I have to move it back over and just kind of push it gently forward to actually get it into gear. So it doesn't actually work. I'm sure I can fix that though with a little adjustment on the cable, the gear selector cable. This thing being the bottom of the line edition, it doesn't really have any gauges to speak of. It's got the dummy lights, oil light, generator light, temperature light, so no gauges. Odometer says 01997, so I would guess that's 101,000. I wouldn't think that it's 201. I mean, that thing is broken, but it's not all worn out. The doors open and close just fine. The body is in really good shape. The pedals look really good. Yeah.
The window on the passenger door is like loose.
It's loose?
No, it's really.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty normal. Shut it and see. We'll see if it's still wiggly. Usually they kind of wiggle like that, but they... Oh, yeah. That one probably needs, I don't even know, some new felt maybe. Is it all the way up? Yeah, if you put it all the way up, it's a little bit better, but that's okay. It's got a CD player, has some, or not a CD player, but like a little Bluetooth radio thing, and some speakers on the deck lid. It's got the antenna inside the glass, which is kind of cool. Interior back here isn't in too bad a shape. I like these seats. This, I don't know, is this the houndstooth stuff or whatever they call that? I don't even know, but it looks nice. Panels are falling out because headliner is gone. So that's the only thing in the interior that really needs work is the headliner, which kind of sucks, but it's totally gone. Moving on to the back here. So there was a nice dent right here that somebody kind of pushed out, I think. Didn't do a very great job, but then again, you know, it is what it is. At least they got it out, but you can see where they hit it on the inside of that panel. All these little rust spots are where they bulged the paint out and all the paint's come off of it. And it's got some rust down there. And a little bit right there. Spoiler looks nice. The trunk, I don't even have the keys for this thing. The trunk floor is solid. It's got some surface rust inside of it, but it's completely solid. There's no hole, not even any pinholes or anything in the trunk. No holes or anything anywhere. This quarter, that one is the worst of it. I mean, that's pretty bad. That's just completely gone. The guy gave me a couple of quarters that were cut off an old car, and they're just in terrible shape. I don't even think I can use them. A little bit of rust around that wheel arch. The inner, whatever you call those, the inner wheel housings are both totally solid. I think there's a little bit of flake right there where that spot is, but they're in really solid shape, so that's great, because those, I mean, are probably a pain to repair. And then that right there, right in front of the rear wheel, that one is pretty bad too. But overall, you know, door opens and shuts just fine. Corner of that front fender needs a little work, and down there, rocker is totally solid, which is kind of surprising, but that's awesome. And the front right here, we got a nice big dent right there, so that'll have to be pulled out and repaired on. This thing is still in shape, but I think it's missing a piece right there, which again kind of stinks, but that's okay. We can fix on that without having to replace the entire thing. Check out underneath power barn here. So this is the 250 straight six. I think it came from the factory. It had like 155 horsepower or something like that. So not a whole lot of power to move this super heavy car. Somebody tried to put air conditioning in this thing. I don't know when, but like this compressor looks like new-ish, like it's never been used. I don't even know. Sankyo Electric, whatever. This bracket is like somebody's homebrew bracket. I mean, it looks like they did a really pretty good job, like getting everything lined up and getting it to work, because it's totally solid. Like it doesn't move at all, it doesn't throw belts or anything. But it's like they never finished it. You know, they got the hose over to the condenser. Condenser is mounted down in there. And then the hose from the condenser over to this thing. I don't even know what this is called. Yeah, put it in the comments. I have no idea. What's this thing called?
I might know.
I can't remember. But the hose going like from that and from the compressor that would go like to the evaporator coil inside the car to, like, you know, blow the freezing cold air through. It's like they just kind of gave up and never finished that installation, which is, I don't know, it's just weird. But the rest of it is here, so technically if this compressor works, that's kind of all I would need. I'd probably have to take that heater housing and fan and everything out, and then find one from another Camaro that had air conditioning, or just buy one, I don't know, buy one new or something. I don't even know if these bodies are all the same, if it didn't have air conditioning, if you know, if that housing for a car with air conditioning even lines up. I don't even know. If you know, let me know. Put it in the comments. I have no clue. But when I got it, the thing didn't run. The guys were like, oh, it's got really bad gas in it. It's been sitting for several years and yada yada. And like, they tried to get it running like a year and a half or something. They said a year and a half ago, they dumped some gas down the carburetor and it would kind of fire up, but it wouldn't stay running. So I thought, you know, let's just, you know, make it easy and start, you know, if there's gas in the tank, the gas gauge does work. It shows about a half a tank. So I took the hose off of the fuel pump to see if I could get some air through it, because I thought maybe that line was clogged, and there's fuel coming through that tube already. So I know the pump was pulling fuel. So I came up to the carburetor, disconnected the line on the carb, and there was pressure behind it, like it was spraying out. So I know there's fuel in the system. The pump is working just fine. So that little teeny tiny fuel filter that sits right inside the inlet of the carburetor was completely clogged. Wasn't letting any gas through at all. So that was it. I just took it out and put a little inline filter in, and now it runs great. It drives great. The brakes are okay, but they work. The transmission also is okay, but it shifts through all the gears. It works better when it's warmed up. When it's cold, sometimes it takes a second or two to get into gear. But once it's warmed up, it runs fine. It runs really good. So I guess what I would like from you guys, the kids and I took this thing for a spin the other day, and Easton here has really taken a liking to this. This is supposed to be his truck, which I guess it still can be. I thought maybe I would give the Camaro to my daughter, and she says, no, I don't want that piece of crap. So Easton's kind of taking a liking to it. So I might keep it. I really don't know. We might just kind of fix up some small things, and since it runs and drives good, we might just, you know, make it look good and drive it around. I don't know, just have fun with it. Same with this thing. Yeah, we could drive that to Quaker too. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. I mean, this is the Midwest. Every other Camaro that I've seen in the Midwest has just been totally trashed with rust. The frame rails in the back on both sides, usually those pockets where the leaf spring connects to the frame all the way in the back, usually those things are just completely gone, like holes all around them, and they're just completely trashed. This car, they're both totally solid. It looks perfect. There's like no issues at all. So that was another reason why I bought it. One of the first things I did was crawled underneath it when I got this thing and made sure that those were in good shape. And they're fantastic. So you know, if you would, please leave me a comment. Tell me what you think of it. You know, should I restore it? Should I, you know, just drive it, have fun with it, V8 swap it? Like, I don't know. I even looked at putting a turbo on this little 6-cylinder, but I'm not really sure if I want to. That's just a ton of work. I'd rather just throw a V8 in it and just be done with it and have fun. So let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.
Like and subscribe.
All right, guys. We'll see you later.